say. You say what?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the You Say What podcast. I'm your host, Josh Bogs Life Boger, and as you could tell, I'm by myself today, and we're gonna get right into it. You know, it's been 2 weeks since we uploaded, and we weren't gonna upload again, so I took the initiative and put the pod on my back, and decided, you know what, we need some content. So I'm bringing you guys a solo episode of You Say What podcast, and let's get right into it. So it's just been a long 2 weeks for me, and I want to talk about it a little bit. I had a lot of bad luck this week, or not just this week, but for 2 weeks. You know, got cut off by a girl who I actually really liked. Again, you know, as usual. But yeah, I got into something pretty serious on Friday. I got into another car accident. This time it wasn't my fault, but it hit so much harder. I got smacked, rear-ended pretty good. Lucky that it didn't smash behind me or my side, or else I don't know what would have happened with me. But luckily it was on the other side of, like, here's the passenger side, my side, hit the passenger side in the back like that. So I kind of got lucky. But yeah. Saturday night, last night, oh my god, I was down bad. I was down so bad. So we go to this one bar, which I'm going to talk to later in the pod, later in the episode. But we went to this bar. It was super cool, super chill. Then I left with Mikey, and he was like, hey man, just take me home. I'm like, alright, cool, I'll figure out what I'm doing after that. So I take him home, and then go to Night Games, bar that we normally go to. Only one I know there, basically. So I walk in, grab a beer, walk out. And then I go to Coach's, which is another bar by where we go to, and link up with one of my buddies that I've known since I was probably 4 years old. Hung out with him. Turned out that one of the girls that was friends with the girl he's with was the girl that I used to hook up with. Yeah, it turned into a shit show, but that's just how it goes sometimes. But let's get right into our next topic. You know who else was down bad, speaking of that, besides me? Was the Bengals. Super Bowl weekend was last weekend, and I wish we would have had an episode that would have been the day before the Super Bowl or the day of the Super Bowl, because that would have been cool. We would have talked about it a lot. I want to talk about, like, the halftime show. Halftime show was really freaking cool, man. You know, you had Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, and I don't remember the female's name. I should have wrote it down here in the itinerary I have right in front of me. But yeah, it was super cool. I thought it was very nostalgic, something that everyone needed. Everyone was getting tired of the whole same bullshit ass people going up there. We changed it up, and it was really cool. I thought it was awesome. Commercials were subpar. I'm a big commercial guy, as you guys know, because I'm a movie snob. So those were all right. There was a couple of them that were really good. Some of them were really funny, but the rest of them were just like, why? They're very weak this year on them. And then the game itself. The game was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but I thought it was sketchy towards the end after the last 2 minutes when they started throwing flag after flag after flag. I didn't get it. I thought it was borderline rigged at that point because there was no flags thrown at all in the game, and there should have been. Also, like, I wanted the Bengals to win so damn bad. If they would have won, they should have been so cool, because I wanted to see Joe Burrow get a ring. Didn't happen though. But yeah, sketchy. Speaking of sketchy, it's a perfect segue. So as we told you guys in the last episode, to send in stories for Girl on the Block. And we actually have one, surprisingly. It is a girl by the name of Carly, and she says she's 22. So let me read this story off to you, and then shoot my opinions, because this shit is funny as hell. Alright. I started talking to this boy back about 6 months ago at my school. He was really attractive and just a complete package. Okay. We were what you say in the talking stage, but I was ready for him to ask me to be his girlfriend, but I noticed he always was talking to my roommate. Like, when he would come over after class, when I'm not there, he's always laughing his ass off, and I'm like, why do you not like... Oh, what did I say? Let me just repeat that whole sentence. I can't read. That's my only downfall here. Like, when he came over after class, when I'm not there, he always laughs his ass off. And I'm like, why don't you laugh like that to me? He was telling me how funny she was and how pretty she was. Then he legit asked me if he wanted to have a threesome with me and my roommate. Which set me back a bit. I thought about it, and at the end of the day, it's college and I want to experience some shit. So we are fucking, I'm eating... What the fuck? So we are fucking, I'm eating on my roommate while he's having sex in a doggy position. A little graphic, and it literally says right here, wow, this is really graphic. But anyways, even though I said it was okay, I thought it was supposed to be like 75% of the time of me getting it. And it says, shit, give me 50%. Dude, this dude fucked me for 5 minutes and then did my roommate for the rest of the time, and he fucking busted in her. She isn't on the pill or any type of birth control, and we didn't use a condom. So after I found out my roommate was pregnant, I stopped talking to him, but this dude is still with my roommate now, and I do not know what to do with my life. The baby is due in April. Wow. That's a lot to take in. So this girl was talking to a dude who was flirting with her roommate and asked for a threesome. He got it, which I have no idea how the hell he did that, because she wanted an experience. What kind of experience do you need of that? Yeah, I understand. It was probably a banging time, like, no pun intended, but like, and she got mad because it wasn't like 75-25, but it was more like she said that he was fucking her for 5 minutes and then switched and was like, nah, I'm done with you. Then he busts in her. Are you serious? And then she doesn't like take no plan B or anything to, you know, get rid of it, because she probably didn't want it. But that's just wild. That's just wild. This is where I wish I had Mike and Nate with me so they could get their opinions on this. But god damn, like, imagine being this girl. This girl is probably like scarred for life. She probably won't talk to anyone else for the rest of college, and probably until about 2 or 3 years after. Oh man, that is fucking rough. Wow. I think we need to move on off that topic though after that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's get into motion picture madness. Motion picture madness, if you guys don't know, they are rating systems, and we talk about different TV shows, movies, the whole 9 yards, because we're huge into movies and TV and all that production type aspect. So with just me being here, I'm just going to talk about them. I'm not going to rate them because I can't get the overall group opinion. But I thought the Book of Fett, we talked about that in the last episode, that episode, the finale, was very underwhelming. I thought it could have been a lot better, and so do a lot of people in the world that watched it. So they could have done a lot better with that. That's all I'm going to talk about with that. Now, moving on to the show that got me going crazy over is Euphoria. HBO Max, Euphoria, episodes every Sunday. So today's Sunday that I'm recording this. So the last episode of season 2 is coming out tonight. So I got to watch that. But Sydney Sweeney can definitely marry me. Like, if she's watching the pod right now, like, hit my line. Like, for real. I show her a real good time. But this show's crazy. There's so much drugs, sex, alcohol, partying. It's something that, like, has never been done before in a TV show aspect, because it reminds me of Project X, but with a lot more drugs and a lot darker story. It's one of a kind. Nothing can beat it right now. And Zendaya needs to get an Oscar or something. I don't know what the actual term is for it, but she needs something for this role, because she absolutely fucking kills it as Rue. That shit's sick. The next show I want to talk about, Pam and Tommy. Hulu. What is it? Hulu Original? Is that how they say it? Hulu Original? It's so funny. It's about Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson's sex tape leak. I recommend everyone fucking watch that shit. That shit's funny as hell. I think that would be the highlight of your day if you go watch that and just laugh your ass off over the dumbass shit that they have them doing. Because it's all real life. You guys gotta realize Tommy Lee is fucking iconic. He can, like, do anything and it'll be cool. So go check that shit out. Sebastian Stan plays Tommy Lee. I don't know who plays Pam Anderson. I didn't get that deep. All I know is Winter Soldier's playing Tommy Lee. And that shit's sick. And then lastly, for Motion Picture Madness, I want to talk about Peacemaker. Peacemaker is a show that is a DC Comics superhero show on HBO Max. It's with John Cena playing the Peacemaker. And if you have not seen the newest Suicide Squad movie, you have to before you watch this, because you get a small little background of the character. And not going to get into too much details, but that's another one where it's just super funny. It reminds me of like a Deadpool, but Deadpool was so much cooler. And Deadpool was so much cooler, but the story and the jokes of Peacemaker beats it out the water. Completely beats it out the water. And you can't change my mind off of that or anything. Yeah, but that's Motion Picture Madness. So this episode's probably going to go by fast, because I'm literally like just giving you guys content because we need to post something. I feel like a piece of shit if I can't bring you guys content that you guys watch. So I'm basically just took the bull by the horns, like I said in the beginning, and going through it. And it goes by quicker because I don't have people to talk to me about this stuff. So every topic is kind of just like my opinions on it and all that, because you can't really get into conversation. You can't really get into conversation with yourself without sounding like you have a problem, you know? But let's talk about what I did and what the boys did Saturday night, last night. We went to JMO's Live. It is in Mokina, and it was probably the most fun I've had with the group, with the boys, when we went out, because there was a cover band, and it was just a good time. It was a complete vibe. I had one drink, because when I'm driving, I don't drink, especially after this accident. Like, I didn't want to take one sip of alcohol after Friday, because I still went out with my college guys and got trashed. I probably shouldn't have done it. I woke up with the worst hangover, and I think it was more of just a hangover. But yeah, so I decided not to drink last night. But it was so much fun. The music, this band was immaculate. These guys were fucking sick. A bunch of old dudes playing classic rock and all stuff from the 80s and 70s and all that jazz. It was so good. We basically took over the dance floor too, as in like we had our group of guys. We were all standing in the middle of the like front stage, or center stage. We were right there in the front, and we just slowly like spread our wings, and we pretty much like made a whole bubble around us, and no one was coming near us. So it was cool as fuck. My boy Mikey had a little bit of a rough time getting home. I had to take him home. He wasn't feeling so good, or else we would have stayed out a little bit later. But you know, shit happens. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to give some shout outs and plugs real quick. As you guys seen on our social media, if you haven't looked yet, we are doing a hoodie collab with Christian Pablo Originals. They are going to look sick. They're embroidered hoodies and stitched hoodies with our logo. Be on the lookout for those. They're going to look sick. I'm excited about it, and we're going to finally get merch out to you guys because we've been trying to so bad. And then follow us on all of our social medias. We have our link tree going to be linked in the description below. Go take care of all that stuff. Also, subscribe to the channel. I noticed that there's like maybe 25% of you viewers that are actually subscribed. Just give us a little subscribe. You know, hit the button. And also put those post notifications on if you can, so you don't miss like when we upload and whatnot. And yeah, also, I've been streaming again, and I want you guys to go check that out. I have a lot of fun. I'm with the homies more than half the time on Twitch. I'm playing Fortnite right now, basically. It's the only thing I'm playing. So go check that out. We game hard, we laugh hard, we just have a good time. And yeah, that's twitch.tv/bogslife. That would also be in the description below. And yeah, I pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about, and basically did it in under 20 minutes. So it's a quick little pod when it's by yourself. Like I said, I wish the boys were here. For uncertain circumstances, they can't. And I knew we can't go another 2 weeks without uploading. Skipping a week is okay. Skipping 2 weeks is unacceptable. And if we really want to make this thing work, we got to keep grinding. So that's why I'm here bringing you guys You Say What content. But that's just about it. So remember, hit that subscribe button. Comment something you want to see. Remember to send in your Girl on the Block videos or messages via email. That'll be in the description below too. And this is Bogs, and this has been the You Say What podcast. I'm out. Deuces.
You say what?
Exactly.